Motivation and medal potential remain as strong as ever. Wilf goes tonight in the heats of the 1,000 metres. So too does Londoner Nicky Gooch, and he's the newly crowned European champion. Britain's got a definite chance.
Olympic champion 10 years ago, Jens Weissflog finding form at the right time to dominate ski jumping once again. Conditions were perfect and Weissflog was perfect. He spearheaded Germany's victory in the team event today to make it double gold in double quick time.
Now, you were in Hammer last night, lucky thing. The mood back here was, though, that Jane and Chris had been prejudged, that they were never going to persuade the judges about their free dance routine. Was that the impression you got out there as well?
Well, it certainly was. I mean, around the rink, there were a lot of ex-skaters, a lot of people that have been involved in skating for many, many years, and all of them just put their hands up and said, we don't understand this, we can't explain it, we cannot explain what happened.
It's a problem for the sport, isn't it?
It really is going to be a problem because, you know, people now feel, you know, that Jane and Chris can go out and skate possibly the routine of their lives and not get rewarded for it.
We shall discuss it further, and we'll hear later live from Jane and Chris tonight as well. At the Hammer Amphitheatre tonight, the judges won't be quite so influential, but they do have a role to play. It's short-track speed skating. Wilf O'Reilly and Nicky Gooch, such strong challengers for Britain. It's not the kind of speed skating we've been watching over the last few days. So here's a grandstand guide to short track.
Short-track speed skating made a colourful debut to the Games in 1992. It's head-to-head. It's all about being first across the line. Athletes are travelling at 25 to 30 miles an hour, and the boot needs to be specially designed. It's moulded to fit the individual like a slipper. The 16-inch blade is attached by bolts and is offset to the left to assist high-speed cornering. Protective helmets, shin pads and knee pads are essential. It's a non-contact sport, but with 4 skaters in each final, crashes are common. In the new 500-metre race, a good start is crucial, running on ice before getting into the sliding, gliding movement to produce maximum speed. Exploding from the gun like a 100-metre sprinter, it's a huge advantage to be in front out of the first bend. From there, it's a scramble for the line. But unlike athletics, it's not the first torso across that counts, but the first skate, by whatever means. Tactics come into play over the 9-lap distance. The rink is just over 111 metres, and cat-and-mouse antics are employed until the skaters break at around 5 laps to go. Then, once again, it's a mad dash to finish. Luckily, there's no marks for style.
1,000 metres a day. Matt Jasper competed for Britain in short track 2 years ago in the Olympics. Exactly how demanding is this sport?
Well, as you can tell by the legs on some of the guys that have skated tonight, they are very big. It takes a lot of work to get your legs that size, and cardiovascularly it's very difficult to keep the endurance training up so you can your legs and your heart and lungs work in synchronisation so you're not out of breath and dead at the end of a race.
But it's not just pace and power like the conventional speed skating we've been watching in the last few days. It's tactics as well. Yeah,
that's right. We don't work to a set routine as the long track skaters do. We don't have a time schedule. We do have our own private plans that we do use in a mind that we take out. But yeah, tactics are very important in the 1,000 metres especially. 500 metres, it's just flat out all the way. OK, 1,000 metres coming up now. First 2 in each heat qualify for the quarter-finals, which follow in a few minutes' time. Wilf O'Reilly goes in heat 7, Nicky Gooch in heat 3, which we can see now with David Coleman.
Nicky Gooch goes for Great Britain in the third of the 8 heats in the first round of the 1,000 metres. There on the inside is John Coyle of America, the American record holder at 500 metres. Next to him, Zerov of Russia, 500 metres semi-finalist in the World Championships. And there's Nicky Gooch. Only 21. Just won the European 1,500 and 3,000 metres. And in lane 4, Tereo of Japan, only 18 years old. The first two go into the quarterfinals. 1,000 metres, just over 9 laps of the track, which is 111, just over 111 metres long. Quickest away, Azirov, the Russian. Gooch didn't get too good a one. Coming up on the outside is the young Japanese Tereo. Tereo leads. In second place is the American Coyle. Then Azirov and Gooch at the tail end of the moment found space on the inside to move through fractionally into third place. Moved through very nicely indeed, very smoothly. Tereo of Japan leads. Still the American Coyle in second place. Gooch, Great Britain, third. Azirov of Russia in fourth place. Gooch looking to find space in the inside, is not there. They've got 5 laps left. Japan in front, America second. Gooch finds room on the inside of the American and goes through into second place. The first two qualify. Still Tereo, this teenage Japanese, has dominated the race out in front. 3 laps left. Tereo leads, Gooch in second place. They're away and clear of the American Coyle. And Azirov of Russia is struggling. Well, this 18 years old from Japan, a real turn-up. He took them on from the start, from the front, and they're in the last lap now. And Gooch in second place, certain to qualify. Tereo celebrates going into the quarterfinals. Gooch goes into second place. In third place it was Coyle, and the Russian Azirov crashed. Wilf O'Reilly, Great Britain, goes in lane number 2 in heat number 7 in this first round of the 1,000 metres. The first two sure to go through. Nicky Gooch already qualified. He's got 9 laps of the track to go, and O'Reilly straight in front. Right up on the outside is Lee of China, only 18. And Lee takes it on. O'Reilly in second place at the moment. Losco of France third. And going up third now is Campbell of Canada. O'Reilly taking it very steadily down there, holding the tight line. 7 laps to go. O'Reilly leads for Great Britain. Campbell, Canada in second place. Third is Lee of China. And in fourth place, Losco of France. O'Reilly won 2 gold medals when this was a demonstration sport in Calgary in 1988. Former world champion, 8 times the British champion, and using all his experience there to move through on the inside, and he got there very smoothly indeed. O'Reilly leads for Great Britain. Campbell, Canada in second place. Lee of China is third, and Losco of France in fourth place. Just under 4 laps left. Still the Briton in front. Fell in the semi-final in Albertville 2 years ago and eventually finished 5th. O'Reilly still dominating the race. 2 laps to go. O'Reilly leads, Campbell second, Lee is third and looking for room on the outside, and suddenly O'Reilly's got a problem, but he picks up very, very quickly indeed. He's in third place though. Only the first 2 qualify. Can he find space? And the answer is no. Campbell of Canada qualifies, Lee in second place, and O'Reilly goes out in the first round. That's the point where Wilf O'Reilly got into trouble. In fact, Lee came up on the inside. There was a Canadian Campbell on the outside. O'Reilly tried to get back on the inside. There wasn't space, had to relax and settle, and couldn't find a way back.
So Nicky Gooch qualified for the quarterfinals. Wilf O'Reilly sadly didn't, but shortly afterwards he spoke to Helen Rollison.
Well, Wilf, tremendous disappointment, and straight away you had a problem. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I just clashed blades on the start, which is, you know, something you always have to put up with. And the whole race, I couldn't really skate the straight how I wanted. I had to sort of stay in on the inside edge. But again, that's just one of the things with this sport.
At one stage, though, you got in front, but when it really came to it...
I was happy with the way with how I felt in my self-condition and everything else. And I just, basically, the whole edge on the one skate was gone, and I just couldn't do anything on it.
Can you just show us that now?
You can actually, I don't know if the light can see it, that's where the clash has actually hit the blade. It's gone all the way along the blade like that. And then just that last bit, it's actually chamfered the whole edge. So you can imagine, as a skier, obviously I would have a much wider ski. instead of the edge being at 90 degrees to bite into the snow, it's completely chamfered round.
So, I mean, basically, there's absolutely nothing you could do.
Nothing you can do. You just got to go with it and hope that, you know, I mean, these pair of blades, for the 500, I'll have to throw them away and start on another pair of blades.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, I'm really fine.
I don't think he meant that, did he?
No, Will, I think he was joking somewhat there.
How often does something like that happen?
It can happen. It happens in every race normally, but the way you can avoid it is, you know, you give each other space. It's kind of a gentleman's conduct. It's not something you do, obviously, because it damages you and other people.
Well, let's have a look at Wilf's race here. I mean, talk us through this, because he looked, you know, out in front, he looked to be cruising at one point.
Yeah, he was cruising. The earlier laps, there was a lot of swapping and changing, which is not really what Wilf likes. He'd like to get out into the front and skate his own race, dominate the race. He dominated the race up till about 7 laps to go when the other guys came by. I think he was caught unawares by Derek going up the inside and the Chinese guy going around the outside in the later laps. But you'll see that later on.
You were mentioning that Wilf maybe doesn't look as strong as he did?
No, perhaps it's his age, I'm not sure. I wouldn't like to say that, but he seems to have lost a lot of weight off his legs, whether that's from the lack of training due to Monique's accident and that sort of thing. I'm not sure. I've not spoken to him recently. But he looked tired, he looked tense, and there you see normally he'd have been straight back up the inside. Didn't seem to have the speed there in the later laps. But obviously it would be very tired from there after swapping and changing.
I think he's resigned himself to the fact now that he isn't going to qualify. There's nothing you could do there.
When you're that far behind with half a lap to go, there is nothing you can do, just hope for somebody to make a mistake.
He did actually say, though, yesterday when I was out there, I spoke to him and he said that the 1,000 metres probably wasn't his strongest, that he was skating better for the 500 metres.
Yeah, that's probably safe. If he has missed a lot of training, he would lose some of his physical fitness, which means he wouldn't be able to do the later laps as fast as he'd like to. Leading into the 500s, I'm sure he'd be very, very keyed up.
Hope so.
Okay. Now the quarterfinals, and the fourth of the quarterfinals, featuring Britain's survivor, Nicky Gooch.
Nicky Gooch, Great Britain, drawn in lane 3 in this fourth quarterfinal. Gable America in 1, Lee of China in 2, Gooch in 3, Gagnon of Canada in lane 4. And this Gagnon now has gone in front. He's only 18, a world champion at this distance. Gooch tucked in at the back. He's the European champion at 1,500 metres and 3,000 metres. Lee of China in front. Gagnon of Canada in second place. Gooch has now gone third, with Gable America 4. 6 laps to go. And Gooch found a way through on the inside. They left a gap a mile wide, and Gooch found it and got through very smoothly. So Gooch, Great Britain, leads. Gagnon of Canada in second place. Lee of China third. They come round with 3 to go. And Gable improving, but taken again by Lee. 2 laps left, and the sprint is on. Leading to him still at about 3 metres. Gagnon for Canada, Gooch, Great Britain in second place, and chasing hard is Lee from China. The first 2 only sure to qualify, and Lee from China attacking on the outside. And Gooch just got him in second place, may have clipped him on the line. There'll be a judge's inquiry. The certain qualifier is Gagnon of Canada. Gooch was across the line second, but the Chinese was trying to get through on the inside and got caught slightly. We'll see what the judges think. It really was a tremendous race for the line. The Canadian gets there. Now, was Gooch at fault or not? He certainly crossed the line second. Perhaps Lee of China was looking for space that wasn't there on the inside, but the judges now in conference. Another look at that. Look at Lee there. And he certainly caught him, Gooch, with his left arm. But, well, there wasn't much room for the Chinese to get through there. And the news is Lee has been disqualified. There wasn't room on the inside, so the two qualifiers, Gagnon of Canada and Nicky Gooch of Great Britain, goes into the semi-finals.
So those are the qualifiers for the semi-finals. Nicky Gooch of Great Britain makes it in perhaps rather controversial circumstances at the end of that quarter-final, but he's there as we go live to the first of those semi-finals. David Coleman again.
And Nicky Gooch is drawn in this first semi-final. There are 3 Koreans in the 2 semi-finals, 3 Canadians, 1 Briton and 1 Japanese. And he's the youngest man left in the competition. He's only 18, the Japanese. In the first semi-final, Nicky Gooch has drawn Kim, the reigning Olympic champion, and Gagnon, the world champion of the 1,000 meters. So it's a very, very difficult draw, but you do expect that in the semi-final of the Olympic Games. The first 2 go into the final later tonight. He's also drawn the bronze medalist from the last Olympic Games as well. Well, the skaters out on the ice now. It's keeping loose. The starter's whistle blows. And Nicky Gooch will be drawn on the inside. Gagnon of Canada in lane 2, Kim of Korea in lane 3, and Lee of Korea in lane 4. Short track world record held by Michael Macmillan of New Zealand, who went out, by the way, in the very first round. Another impatient blast from the starter on the whistle. The track is just over 111 meters long. Let's go just over 9 laps. The draw confirmed. And in fact, we've got the gold, silver and bronze medalists from 2 years ago still left in the competition.
In number 1, skater number 20, the
Well,
double European champion, Nicholas Gooch of Great Britain.
Nick Gooch being introduced to the crowd. He's now 21. European champion at 1,500 meters and 3,000. That's Mark Gagnon of Canada, only 18, the world champion over 1,000 meters.
Skater number 33. Double Olympic champion.
This is the double Olympic gold medalist from last time, the reigning champion, Kim of Korea. Got a gold medal in the relay as well. And on the outside,
former world champion,
another Korean,
Korea.
Lee, the bronze medalist of 2 years ago. So Nicky Gooch here taking on a world champion and 2 of the medalists from 2 years ago. False start. Nicky Gooch was a little uncertain, but he got away reasonably well and settled down in 2nd place. It's Kim, the Olympic champion, out in front. Gooch in 2nd place and loses it to the Canadian Gagnon. So Gagnon leads. Kim in 2nd place. Gooch is 3rd, and 4th, Lee of Korea. Lee of Korea, now the bronze medalist of 2 years ago, tries to attack on the outside, and he takes the lead now. Lee Korea leads. Gagnon of Canada in 2nd place. Kim, the Olympic champion, is 3rd. Nicky Gooch of Great Britain, 4th. Determined to try and improve his position, but doesn't do so as they come round with 5 to go. Tremendous standard here. That's Gooch trying to make it again, but this time, is he going to be held? No, he gets through to 3rd. The leader, Gagnon, in 2nd place at the moment is Lee, and the Olympic champion is last behind Gooch. 3 laps left. Gagnon, Canada leads. Lee, Korea in 2nd place. Gooch, Great Britain is 3rd. Kim, the Olympic champion, in 4th place. 2 laps left, just under. Canada lead, Korea 2nd, Britain 3rd, Korea 4th. And Canadian goes right over it. Canadian's gone completely. Gooch now in the lead. He's got the Olympic bronze medalist in front of him and the Olympic champion behind him. And in fact, the Olympic champion just got through there to take it. Gooch in second place. The bronze medalist of 2 years ago goes out, and Gooch goes into that final. Well, there was some drama in that race. The two Koreans changing places very rapidly. The Canadian, Gagnon, holding his head, but he seems to be okay. Well, Gooch took every advantage there. We'll see on the slow motion replay in a moment exactly what happened. That is Kim, the Olympic champion, goes into the final to defend his title. He's now 26, second in the World Championship in Beijing last year, but coming back to his best form. Now the leader there is Lee, the bronze medalist from 2 years ago. On the inside, the Canadian Gagnon. Gooch looking for room. And, well, he may just have been touched from the back, but I didn't think he was. So Kim comes home in front with Gooch in second place and into the Olympic final. Those places confirmed. Gooch's time, 1:31.77.
Number 1, Kim Ki-hoon, Korea, 1:39.69.
The announcement coming up. And it is confirmed that those two have qualified. And no one judged to have fouled the Canadian.
For the A final. Number 3, Lee Yun-ho, Korea. And
Good time by Nicky Gooch there. Wolf O'Reilly's British record stands at 1:31.45, so Gooch just a fraction out of it. That's a good shot, and it tells us exactly what happened. He was over too far, lost it completely, and no one else at fault. So now we come to the second semi-final. That's the lineup. Che, Korea in 1, Terreo, Japan in 2, Freddie Blackburn of Canada in 3, and Campbell, Canada in lane 4.
Medals in case of disqualifications in the A final.
The first two go into the final.
Ivan in lane number 1, skater number 32, former world champion.
In lane 1, this is Che of Korea. He's only 19. He's the world champion at 3,000 meters. Got the silver medal at 1,000 and the bronze at 1,500.
Satoru Terao, Japan.
This is Terreo, the 18-years-old Japanese, their national champion and the national hero tonight too. The Japanese here are delighted to see him in the semi-final. This is Freddie Blackburn, the silver medalist from 2 years ago from Canada, only 21. His teammate, Derek Campbell, who's 22 today and in the Olympic semi-final. Second in the Canadian trials, exceeded all expectations here. 9 laps of the track. And the two Canadians take it on right away. Campbell in front, coming through very, very swiftly, Terreo of Japan. It's the young Japanese, the 18-year-old, who's really blasted away. Freddie Blackburn now goes into second place, the silver medalist of 2 years ago. Campbell, Canada in third place, and goes up on the outside to overtake the lot. So Campbell really celebrating his 22nd birthday. Campbell leads, Terreo in second place. Now the Korean coming up on Che on the outside. Tremendous sprint from him. He's had to give a lot of ground away, but he's got there. So Che leads, Terreo in second place. Blackburn is third, fourth is Campbell. Got 4 laps left. Still Korea in front, Japan in second place, and then the two Canadians. And Terreo, 18 years old, just snatches the lead and loses it almost immediately. And coming through on the inside is the other Korean, Che. Oh, and there's been a tremendous crash. A Korean's gone, and so too has the Canadian. As they come round now, they've got one lap to go. Terreo is gone, and the Canadian Blackman, the silver medalist from 2 years ago. Real pile-up. Both hit the barrier very, very hard indeed. So Che, the world champion at 3,000 metres, comes through to qualify. And in second place, unexpectedly so, 22 today, Derek Campbell of Canada. Well, they live dangerously in short track. There's physical contact inevitable. It's a question of whether it's fair or not. The onus on the overtaking skater to make sure he's clear. But again, the judges will have to look at the replay on this to decide whether anyone will be disqualified.
Certainly a couple of eventful races there, weren't there?
Definitely some very strange falls from positions you wouldn't expect them, really.
But Nicky Gooch, I mean, he was in tremendous form there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he came through on Kim at the perfect time, perfect timing. He got into third place. A great piece of overtaking by the outside. It's a long way around, especially at that speed. And when Marc Gagnon went down, he was there to take advantage.
Is this the tougher of the two races?
I don't know. When you get to this sort of standard, there is no tougher race. Semi-finals at Olympic Games, very tough indeed. You see, he's skating there very relaxed. He's not getting too close. He's just gaining slightly there on Lee, who's still very relaxed. I'm surprised Lee didn't try and go through on Marc Gagnon. Looks like Marc Gagnon actually hits the block before the apex there. Oh no, not this time.
But that must just be so, I mean, so disappointing. Because it was his own fault there, wasn't it?
Yeah, if you saw what it did, exactly the same as Wolf did in 2 years ago. It hit the block before the apex, which caused him to go forward onto the toe, yeah. He's known as a bit of an animal, Mark, some of the faces he pulls when he's skating.
But it was definitely nothing that involved Nicky there.
No, it's Marc Gagnon's own fault. The coach should shoot him for that, really.
But through to the final, I mean, that is wonderful.
Superb. It's come on a lot this year, he deserves it. Obviously trained very hard.
This is it again. Now let's see exactly what happened there.
There, you see his right blade lifted off the ice, causing him to go that far forward.
Actually, he did well to get out the way, didn't he, then?
Yeah, I'm not surprised he didn't try and take some more with him.
That's not the name of the game, surely.
No, definitely not.
But Nicky Gooch, I mean, through to the final, I mean, was that expected? Did you expect him to be?
From the way he skated in the European Championships, yes. It was definitely a semi-final place. He's skating very strongly and very fast. He'd lacked slightly on speed on the last couple of years, but he's picked that speed up and he's going very quick now and he's holding it.
Chance for a medal?
Definitely.
Which one?
I'm not saying.
Okay.
OK, that 1,000 metres final coming up very shortly. Let's just look ahead to tomorrow and a programme change tomorrow. We're on the air with an extra programme at 6 until 7 here on BBC Two. And we're also staying on a little later than advertised as well. The reason is the start of the ladies' figure competition, an event that doesn't need a skating judge so much as a local magistrate. Skategate hits the ice. Tonya Harding versus Nancy Kerrigan. There's a cameo role for Katharina Witt as well. We'll look ahead to the Ladies' Championship.
Tonya, you lied to us.
Goes into the book of all-time skating greats, vying for top spot with Eric Heiden of America. He won 5 golds in Lake Placid, but now a spectator, even he's impressed.
To do so well under so much pressure, because all the eyes of Norway, I'm sure, were on him. I bet you Norway stopped while he skated his 1,500 and his 5,000 and 10,000. Be able to skate world records in 3 races, and to do that from middle distance up to long distance, it makes him one of the best skaters that we've ever seen.
The most modest of sports stars, Koss has an endearing humility too. He donated his £20,000 win bonus to Olympic Aid, a charity for which he's an ambassador around the world.
I had the opportunity to go to Eritrea and see what sports really means for building up a new country. And that really was a satisfaction for me, also for the sports. If you can understand it. It may be difficult, but it gave me a lot, and it also gave me the inspiration for training. And when I was having these great moments, in my life. I really wanted to share it with the people who don't have the opportunities and the same life as I have.
His unassuming modesty and talent will be missed, but Kos the boss has left an indelible mark in Olympic history.
Johan Olaf Kos talking with Hazel Irvine there, but the speed skating has now moved on to the short track variety, and in a few minutes we're live for the men's 1,000 metres final, featuring Britain's Nicky Gooch and Matt Jasper. Your opinions on Nicky? What would he be doing now? How do you organise yourself before an event like this?
Before, I'm not sure. I wish I knew.
Speculate.
I guess he'll be trying to relax a lot. He'll be... This kind of skater Nicky is, he gets more and more confident as the rounds go on. He'll have to come off the ice, sharpen his skates, after each race. Then he'll be trying to sit, prepare, take a drink, talk to the coach Alan, see what he's got to say, pick out some tactics, discuss race plans, etc. How
has he developed as a competitor over the last few weeks? That European Championship was a major achievement for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fabulous. I think the last time Nicky skated that well, he won the 1,000 metres in Reims in 1990. It was a great surprise then. This year it wasn't so much as a surprise. He'd skated very well all year. From the very first competition in September we had in Guildford, he'd obliterated the field, so to speak. Wolf O'Reilly had just come back from Holland, and everybody was expecting Willie to walk away with it, and Nicky skated very similar to he has this evening.
Let's hope he keeps up that form. He goes in the A final for the medals. That's the next race but one. It's the B final first of all. We're live for that. With that man, David Coleman.
Thanks a lot. We've got a packed stadium, and in fact, in this we've got two Canadians drawn against a Japanese and a Korean. Just over 9 laps of the track, and they're skating really for 5th to 8th places. Set up very modestly. Two Canadians in front, and already Lee, the bronze medalist from 2 years ago, fed up with that. Didn't want the Canadians to dictate it and then just produce a fast sprint, because Lee, who's a good finisher himself, but better known over the longer distance. So Lee of Korea leads. In second place is Blackman, the silver medalist from 2 years ago. Third is Gagnon, the world champion at 1,000 metres. And in fourth place, the 18-year-old Japanese, Tereo. Blackman and Tereo very unlucky, they both fell. And so too did Gagnon. Oh, and the Korean there was in desperate trouble, the bronze medalist. From 2 years ago, he's right out of it now. And the leader is number 10, Gagnon of Canada. Second place, Tereo of Japan. Third is Blackman. Half a lap to go. And it's the Canadians first and second there. Gagnon with Blackman in second place. So they finished 5th and 6th in the competition. I don't think the 4 finalists for the actual first, second, third and fourth places will have seen much of that. But Lee of Korea, the bronze medalist, lost it completely, and entirely his own fault. Actually, just a word back to the London studio and a bit of advice from there. We've just had a message passed to us saying that if 2 fall in the final, the winner of the B race would take the bronze medal. So what are we going to say about that back in London?
So if 2 fall in the final, Matt Jasper, the winner of the B race is promoted. You've got a frown on your face.
I don't know what to say. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
If you make the A final, you're one of the top 4 in the Olympic Games.
Yeah.
If you don't, you're not.
Yeah.
Why should somebody who skates in the B final get a medal?
Hopefully.
So what would be the answer? To skate off for the 2 that fall?
No. If 2 fall, if 2 don't finish, then you just have a first and a second place. If somebody finishes from 5 to 8, they don't get a medal. They weren't good enough to make the Olympic final. I can't believe they actually said it.
Hopefully that eventuality won't arise. We've had enough confusion about how Olympic medals are decided in the last couple of days. There he is. There's Nicky. And you read a lot, I know, Matt, into expressions on faces before races. Is he looking confident? Is he looking calm?
He looks his natural colour there. He doesn't get much darker than that. He looks in control, actually. If I was him, I'd be sitting down, shaking, I would think. But he looks in control. Yeah, there he goes. He looks in more control than I thought he would do. He's having a think. I'm sure he's got a race plan.
But getting the skates absolutely right is vital, as we've seen earlier from Wilf, and that's probably the last thing that he'll make absolutely sure of.
Yeah, he'll have checked his skates, he'll have his leather skate guards on, and he'll be convinced that his skates are right. Otherwise, he'll be messing around, and the coach will be running around. But he's sitting there looking at him. He looks in control. He looks in very good control.
In some ways, the draw's worked out for him, hasn't it? I mean, he's had a bit of a rest between races.
Yeah, you're supposed to have, by ISU ruling, you have to have 20 minutes. But I think they're giving you about 35 minutes, I guess, at the games, which is right. They've done the timing right this time. They've run the 1,000 straight through.